You are still here?
Yeah, we thought we'd hang out, catch some rays.
This isn't a game.
Jak 3 was the 2004 sequel to Jak Double Fallen, developed by good old Naughty Dog. You know what? I wonder what they're doing right now. What game are they making?
You please blame him? I don't need another hunter swooping in.
Who is swooping? No one is crazy enough to go there.
He
He's clearly dead.
Jak 2 was definitely a different departure from the first game, at least with its tone. Gameplay-wise, it was straight up more of the precursor legacy, but with a small sprinkle of GTA. However, Jak 3 decided to expand upon the newer mechanics that were introduced in Jak 2, and all of it's pretty fucking good, except for one part. I'll get into it later, but for now, here's the shit I like about it.
What the fuck?
It starts off pretty quick with Jak already getting the scattergun within 2 minutes after the first cutscene. Then beating all that gives you the blaster shot, so from the start you're already equipped and ready to go. One complaint I had about the last game was that you needed a full meter or, full head
Giggity.
to transform into Dark Jak. Now you just need a little bit of Dark Eco and you can activate it at any time. The meter only goes down when you attack, so you can just walk around while transformed, scaring the shit out of people like you're a gas station tweaker. Sparkus has a different look and feel to it than Haven City. At first I hated it because it was just a desert town, nothing more to look at besides, brown. But everyone is packing heat and you can get them to fight each other like in the bar to Lego Star Wars, so it doubles back around to being good. One new thing Jak 3 has is the Wasteland cars. When I first played it, these are the worst parts in my opinion. Not only do these things have some rough physics to them, but they're a good majority of the gameplay aside from the platforming. Speaking of which, I still haven't done any yet, because right after this I gotta drive through the desert again and look for some more precursor crap! Like I said, I used to hate it, but after replaying Jak X, wink wink for a future video, wink wink, and seeing how that game has the same physics, I came around to liking it. You almost have to work with its jankiness. You get different cars with better guns and better handling as the game goes on, but to keep it, you'll have to unlock them using the precursor orbs. All 4 guns have 2 extra weapon mods, making for 12 guns in total. They all have their own destructive power, but the main one you're going to be using is the beam reflector, aka the room clear tool. The new arc welder that you get is the most Ratchet and Clank ass weapon I've ever seen, cause just fucking look at that. And then, want to see a room full of enemies disappear?
See any feathers here? Looks like fur to me. No feathers, no flyer diazzo. There's no way you're gonna get me on some precursor monk crap. Absolutely zippo chance. Forget it, finito. Fat chance, not gonna happen. Nope, nuh-uh, never. Yeah!
At the end of the first major platforming section, you get another new addition to your moveset being Light Jak. Light Jak solves another issue that I had in Jak 2. That being that there was no way to defend yourself or, heal. You could only heal from item boxes or enemies that dropped it. Now you only need a little bit of light eco and you can just heal up on the spot. Real quick, later on in the story, there's this one mission where you're playing as Daxter while he's on a missile. All you need to do is collect the glowing stuff without hitting anything. It's simple, but please tell me, what the hell did I hit here? Hey, you know what's fucked up about it? That was the end of it. You know what's crazy? I low-key been bullshitting around this entire video. See, I liked the game enough and I thought it was really fun. I just have a really huge fucking issue with its story. Again, let me reiterate. It's a pretty good game, and if I had to rate it, Like 9 out of 10, you know? I mean, I still think Jack 2
Kicks ass!
I like Jack 1, but still, it's pretty good and expanded upon everything that Jack 2 did, you know, like a sequel should. But then there's the goddamn story. The game starts off with Jack being kicked out of Haven City. He's being banished by Count Beager, who's surprisingly voiced by Phil Lamar.
By order of the Grand Council of Haven City, for heinous acts and crimes against the people, you are hereby banished to the wasteland for life.
This is a death sentence, Vigor. There must be another way.
Your protest was overruled. This dark eco-freak is dangerous. Now drop the cargo!
Jack?
Go back to the city, Dax.
I'm sorry. The council is too powerful. There was nothing
I know.
You just stay alive, you hear me? That's an order. Someone will find you. I promise.
May the precursors have mercy on you.
So Jack is getting blamed for some shit that he didn't do. Only reason why he's getting blamed is because he used to work for Crew. Somehow that means he's responsible for this new wave of metalheads that are attacking the city. This would be an alright plot point if it didn't contradict things that happened in the last game. For starters, Jack was using Crew to get information on the Baron. It was never a legit partnership. 2, when Jack found out that Crew let metalheads into the city, he killed them.
Train go boom.
3, Jack killed Core, you know, the metalhead leader. So why did the people immediately start saying Jack was responsible for this? I can only assume it's because of the influence of Beaker, right? But then again, they saw Jack kill Core. Actually, they didn't see it, but like, there's proof that he did it. But you know what? Fuck it, we'll just roll with it for now. He's walking through the desert like he's Nathan Drake until he collapses. He's saved by Deimos, the leader of the Wastelanders, and he only found them due to the tracker Ashlyn gave him.
Welcome to the arena of death, where we get to watch other people wet themselves in fear. These halls will once again test 2 newcomers, each fighting to prove their worth to stay among us.
Jack meets up with Seam, a precursor monk voiced by Tara Strong.
We sent an expedition to the mountain, but my monks never returned. Ill tidings sing in the wind. I fear the remaking of the world is at hand.
We're told about the Daystar and how it's gonna crash down, killing everyone in a few days like it's the moon from Majora's Mask. A few missions later, while out in the desert killing some metalheads, they find a device and it's projecting a mysterious figure on it.
What's happening? If you lost that cargo and you're still alive, I'll kill you myself.
Oh, scary! Oh, shiver my timbers!
Spoiler alert, it's Earl. Earl, how the fuck that character? You know, the guy whose sole purpose of existing was just to cuck Jack. The guy who died by crashing into Dark Eco somehow returned. A few more missions later, Vigor shows back up, explains to Tara Strong why he needs access to the catacombs, and saying that he'll deal with the Daystar crashing down.
I want no excuses. You told me this could be done. Now make it so.
But we have so little time. The Daystar approaches. You know what it brings.
Unfortunate, yes. We will deal with that as soon as I have full access to the catacombs. Just continue your work, and I'll deal with those idiots in Haven. I promise, you will meet your makers.
Why are the catacombs so important?
After that, the Arbiter, aka Sig, shows back up. It's revealed that he was a spy sent to Haven City by Deimos. Apparently he lost something, but it's gonna remain a mystery until the end of the game where they reveal that—
Whoops! Almost spilled the secrets.
While out in the desert looking for some more lost artifacts, Jack meets back up with Ashlyn.
Ashlyn, what are you doing here?
Jack, it's good to see you.
Listen, Toots, you left us in the desert, so talk to the tail. Cause the Whiskers ain't listening. We out, Jack.
That beacon you gave me. Thanks.
I knew Deimos would find you. He doesn't miss much in this desert.
How do you know him?
It doesn't matter now.
No. Answer the fucking question. How do you know Deimos? You're the Baron's daughter, and you're basically the police chief. You've been in Haven City damn near your entire life, so how do you just know the leader of a desert?
How? I don't know.
During their little conversation, they get attacked. Then right after that, Ashlyn begs Jack to come back to the city with her, but he has the most uncharacteristic personality switch.
Kira wanted me to give you this. Jack, your friends need you. I need you.
The city threw me out, remember? They can rot for all I care.
But what about your...
Get it! Just leave. I have new friends now.
So the hero I knew did die in the desert. Or was it long before that? Don't you remember who you are?
I'm through saving the world.
This shit comes off as an edgy teenager throwing a tantrum like, why is he saying fuck everyone, including Samus and Kira? In Jak 2, he went through the whole game being known as an eco-freak, right? He's understandably pissed off at the city for what was done to him, but after meeting his friends and realizing what's really important, he becomes the hero that everyone knew he was. Now all of a sudden he's saying fuck Tia, fuck Nelly, and fuck Goody. While in the Wasteland's eco-mine, they find their way to the catacombs that Beaker mentioned earlier. They end up coming across each other and he gives this villain speech. It basically boils down to him revealing that he was the one that let the metalheads back into the city so he can have access to the depths of the catacombs. At the bottom of it is a giant cannon that can destroy the Daystar before it hits, and I'm pretty sure he just wants to have it so no one else can. Through the catacombs they make it back to the city, and Kira's fucking ugly. Also, Tess wanting to fuck Daxter will never not be gross.
This city is too dangerous. We need our own little place in the country. A little pink house with a white picket fence and a fireplace and a big 4-poster bed for me and a little ossel run on the side of the house for you.
Aw, are you worried about me, my little Tessie Poo?
Of course, my itty-bitty whisker puss. Go give 'em hell, boys. Then come back and I'll scratch you behind your ears.
While they're back in the city, they decide to help out Torn and defend the city from the Crimson Guard bots. While taking back parts of the city, Jak starts to realize his importance in the war and comes around to helping Haven City. You know, the exact same plot points from the last game.
Not bad shooting, Dark Boy.
That's gotta be racist, there's no way.
After helping out Torn in the city, they go back to the Wastelands and do a few more missions for Sig and Deimos. Deimos tells Jak about his missing son, only because earlier Jak mentioned that he never knew his father.
Be ready. You are shaping up to be one of my finest warriors, and I'll need you for the trials ahead. I mustn't lose you, like I lost my son.
You had a child?
Long ago. But much has been sacrificed in this war so that others could live. Anyway, it matters not.
Back in the city again, and I should have warned you beforehand that we hop back and forth between locations here. And this is the scene that pisses me off the most.
Nice moves, my boy. You're the best man we've got to lead an expedition into the catacombs.
Please, please, let us not be too hasty. Are you sure you want this dark eco freak contaminating the hallowed halls of our glorious precursors? I should lead the expedition myself.
We're tired of your scheming, Vigor.
I've got the answer you're looking for. My precursor monks have given me the knowledge to turn on the planetary defense grid. If you beg me to do so.
Jak's always gotten us through thick and thin. I'm with him.
Here, here.
You're washed up, vegan.
Vigor! It's Vigor, you idiot!
Whatever.
Count Vigor, I hereby dissolve the City Council and strip you of your title, command, and all privileges. Now get out of my sight.
What? How dare you! I offered you mercy, but now you will all burn in the precursor fires of creation. I swear it.
That was one hell of an attack wave. We can't continue to repel such large assaults forever. That floating war factory...
Ashlyn, sweetie, you hot redhead elf lady, you're telling me you could have fired his ass the entire goddamn time? Despite the fact that you knew he was spewing bullshit about Jak. You knew he was corrupt. Everyone knew he was corrupt. Yet you still let him banish Jak to the Wasteland. But remember earlier in the game when she said the council was too powerful? Guess that wasn't an entire lie, cause she could have just fired him the entire time. Then they head to the Crimson Guard robot factory to destroy it. That's when Errol shows back up. Now he's a cyborg fueled by Dark Eco. He's working with the Dark Makers, the creators of Dark Eco, to destroy the planet, because it turns out the Daystar is actually their mothership. Now Errol was nothing more than Baron Praxis' little bitch in the last game, with a small amount of screen time. So him going from that to complete global saturation is a jump. But anyway, Jak kicks his ass again, so he runs off. Now at the last bit of the story, Jak has to go down into the catacombs to get control of the cannon.
Onan's eyes and Jak's wisdom. You must do this.
Okay, fine. but I am gone the moment that things get sticky.
They get Damus to help them reach the bottom.
My monks say the world is coming to an end, but I am a survivor. I say we live on long after this world dies.
5 minutes later.
Deimos!
Not bad driving, kid.
Here they show that Jack was Damus's lost son and his real name was Mar. Now if you're a normal person and not a hyper nerd like me, Jack's real name being Mar isn't nothing major. But in reality, it's a huge fucking time paradox. One that I spent too much time trying to figure out. But before I get into it, I'm gonna let this last bit of this cutscene play out.
Father. Yes, you were that child. I took you from Damus, hoping to harness your eco powers for my experiments. Then I lost you to the underground. You seem upset. Did I tell you too late? You were the son of the great warrior Damus. Oh, and he never knew. How delightful.
Ah! Vigor!
Thank you for opening the door to the precursors. Don't worry, I'll be back to put you out of your misery.
So here's why none of this makes any sense. In lore, Mar was a legendary warrior and the founder of Haven City. Supposedly, he was buried in the middle of city, and that's where they build Mar's tomb over it. You know, that hard-ass part from Jack 2. But here's the thing. Mar is Jack, and he was born here in the past. So the full timeline of events is that Deimos was once the leader of Haven City. Praxis betrayed him and separated him from his son. Presumably under the watch of Vigor, he lost Kid Jack to the underground. And I don't mean the underground found and rescued him. No, I mean that Vigor legit lost a child, because when you meet the kid in Jack 2, young Samo says,
I found him just wandering the streets.
Apparently he had to know about Jack's eco-channeling abilities, so he probably told the Baron, which is why he immediately kidnapped him at the start. So the events of Jack 2 happen where Kid Jack gets sent to the future, then the first game happens. After that, he gets sent to the past, Kid Jack becomes Adult Jack, the second game happens again but following Adult Jack, and now we're here. But how the hell did Vigor even rise to power when it seems like no one respects his ass? Praxis took over his experiment and turned it into a super soldier project, and Ashlyn just outright fired him. So I don't buy this bullshit excuse when she said,
the council is too powerful.
But if this is the past, right, and Mar founded Haven City, he's supposed to be dead. Who the fuck was the Tomb of Mar built for? Okay, so while chasing Vigor to the bottom of the catacombs, they meet up with the original precursors, and it turns out they were Otzels the entire time like Daxter. Meaning that the Dark Eco turned him into a demigod this entire time. They activate the cannon and destroy the mothership, but not before Earl drops a giant Dark Eco robot from it. They destroy it, Earl dies, and Jack gets with Ashlyn for some fucking reason. But time out, I thought they were both in different relationships, so why the fuck? The game ends with Jack getting a chance to become a god, but he denies it in order to stay here with Daxter. But Daxter gets a happy ending because they turn Tessa to an Otzel.
Owe you much, Daxter, for all you've done. For your bravery in the face of incredible danger, we shall grant you your deepest desire.
You know, I could really use a snazzy pair of pants, like yours.
Wow, those are sharp. I wish I had a pair just like that.
Be careful what you wish for.
No, you dumb bitch! You were supposed to get him to turn me back into a man!
Also, like... Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, I really do like Jack 3. But again, I think Jack 2 is still better. But Jack 3 actually built upon everything Jack 2 did and made it perfect. But goddamn did the story take like five whole fucking steps backwards. It's just for every new thing they introduced, it introduced a new layer of confusion for it story-wise. And I know for a good majority of people they don't give a shit about that, but if you're stupid like me, you kinda do.